Okay, Sarah, I'm back from the supermarket. That was absolute chaos.
Welcome back, brave hunter. Did you survive?
Barely. It was packed. But look, I got the stuff for dinner tonight.
Oh, great. Let's see. Okay, I see 3 bags of spicy potato chips, a potted plant that looks like it's already dying, and a very large, expensive-looking chocolate cake.
Yeah, they were on special offer near the entrance.
Right. Daniel, where are the tomatoes, the pasta, and the ground beef? You know, the actual ingredients for the bolognese dinner you promised to cook?
Ah, right. The bolognese. I knew I forgot something.
You forgot the entire dinner. You didn't write a list, did you?
I thought I could remember 3 things. I failed.
A shopping list isn't just a piece of paper, Daniel. It's a survival tool. And for English learners, it's also a vocabulary minefield.
It really is. You know the words apple and milk, but when you get to the store, do you know the word for the fresh vegetable section? Do you know how to ask for a specific type of bread?
It's a huge gap in knowledge. Welcome back to the English Conversation podcast, by the way. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Daniel, the guy with the chocolate cake and no dinner.
Today, we are moving beyond basic food names. We are going to teach you the structure of shopping in English, how to handle tricky uncountables using container words, how to organize your list by supermarket section, and how to ensure you come home with dinner instead of just cake.
Before we grab our shopping carts and dive into the aisles, if you want to stop forgetting the milk and start speaking real practical English, please hit that like button and subscribe to support the channel. It helps us keep these lessons free.
Okay, Daniel, put down the chocolate cake. We need to start with the biggest grammatical mistake people make on their shopping lists. Let's talk about quantities. Okay, Daniel. So you failed to buy dinner because you didn't have a list.
Guilty as charged.
But here is the thing. Even when my students do write a shopping list in English, they often make one massive grammatical mistake that makes them sound a little bit strange.
Oh, I know this mistake. It's the S problem.
Exactly. They treat everything like it's countable.
Right. If I want 3 apples, I say 3 apples. That's fine. Apples are countable. 1 apple, 2 apples.
But you cannot do that with liquids, grains, or general masses or substances.
Exactly. Yet I see lists that say, I need 2 milks, some rices, 3 breads, and 2 butters.
Stop. It hurts my ears. Milks and Brents don't exist in this context. You cannot count milk. It's a liquid.
So, Sarah, if we can't count the substance itself, how do we tell the shop how much we want? We need a bridge.
We do. In grammar, we call these partitives, but let's just call them container words.
We don't count the milk, we count the container the milk is sitting in.
Let's write your actual shopping list for this imaginary bolognese dinner right now, Daniel, using the correct container words.
Okay, pan is ready. Hit me.
First up, we need milk. Let's say for a bechamel sauce or just for cereal tomorrow. We need 1 standard unit of milk.
Okay, so we don't write 1 milk. In most supermarkets, milk comes in those cardboard boxes, so we write a carton of milk.
Perfect. A carton. This also works for juice. A carton of orange juice.
Okay, got it. Next item.
We need bread to make garlic bread on the side.
Do not write a bread. Bread is uncountable. The whole unit that comes out of the oven is called a loaf, so we need a loaf of bread.
And Daniel, what is the plural of loaf?
It's tricky. It's VES, 2 loaves of bread.
Excellent point. Okay, next item. We need the actual pasta sauce. You like the fancy kind that comes in glass, right?
I do. Glass containers with lids are jars, so write down 2 jars of pasta sauce.
Jars are great. A jar of jam, a jar of peanut butter, a jar of pickles.
Okay, what if I wanted to buy the ingredients to make the sauce myself, like canned tomatoes or beans?
Okay, for metal containers, we have two options. In the UK, they often say a tin. In the US, it's usually a can. Both are totally fine.
Let's stick with can. It's very common. So, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes and a can of kidney beans.
Perfect. Now, what about dry goods that come in plastic or paper wrapping, like the pasta itself or butter?
For those, we usually use a pack or a packet. So, a packet of spaghetti and a pack of butter.
Okay, we are almost there. We have cartons, loaves, jars, cans, and packs. But there's one weird category left: fresh vegetables.
Ah, yes. We need lettuce for a salad and garlic for the bread.
You can't really say a lettuce or a garlic. It sounds unnatural, like you were talking about the plant concept, not the item to buy.
We use a strange body part word for these ones that grow in a round shape.
We do. We say a head of lettuce and a head of garlic.
It always makes me think of little green people. Take me to your leader. I am a head of lettuce.
Stop it. But yes, a head of lettuce, a head of cabbage, a head of garlic.
Okay, Sarah, my list is looking much better now. A carton of milk, a loaf of bread, 2 jars of sauce, a packet of spaghetti, and a head of garlic.
That is a perfect native level shopping list. No S on the wrong words.
But now I have this great list, and I'm standing in the entrance of a massive supermarket. It's overwhelming. Where do I go?
You need to know how the store is organized. You need to know your sections.
Okay, Sarah, we have our perfectly grammatical list. A loaf of this, a carton of that. But here is the mistake I made yesterday.
Besides buying a potted plant instead of dinner?
Yes, besides that, I was running around like a crazy person. I grabbed milk in one corner, then realized I needed apples right at the entrance, then ran back for bread. I was exhausted.
You fell into the chaos trap. A strategic shopper organizes their list geographically. They group items by the section of the store they're in.
It makes so much sense. So let's build a mental map of a typical supermarket. To do that, we need the most important navigation word in the whole store.
The long corridors where the food is shelved on both sides.
It is spelled Aisle. But Sarah, how do we pronounce that?
This is a classic trap. The S is completely silent. It rhymes with I'll, like I will. It's an aisle.
So, if you are lost and you need to ask an employee for help, this is the phrase you need.
Excuse me, could you tell me which aisle the ketchup is in?
And they will say, sure, it's in aisle 7 next to the salad dressing.
Perfect. So you enter the store. Usually the first section you hit is the fresh, colorful, healthy zone, fruit and vegetables.
Now, you can call it the fruit and veg section. People will understand. But the proper name you'll see on the big signs hanging from the ceiling is produce.
Major pronunciation warning here. Everyone stop what you are doing and listen.
It looks exactly like the verb to produce, like making a movie.
But it's not. When we talk about fresh farm items, the stress is on the first syllable, produce.
Look at that lovely fresh produce. The apples are in the produce section.
Okay, you've got your apples and your head of lettuce from produce. Where to next?
Let's hit the cold stuff. Where is the milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter?
That is the dairy aisle. Sometimes the sign just says dairy and eggs.
And usually nearby, there are those tall glass doors that are always foggy, with ice cream and pizzas inside.
That's the frozen section, or just the freezers.
Don't forget to grab a bag of peas from the frozen section.
Now, this next one confuses people. Bread.
Right, because there is sliced bread in plastic bags in a normal aisle.
True, but there is also the area that smells amazing, where they have freshly baked loaves, croissants, cakes, and muffins. That specific area is the bakery.
And often right next to the bakery is a counter where someone is waiting to serve you. They have big legs of ham, turkeys, fancy cheeses, maybe pasta salads.
That is the deli, short for delicatessen, but everyone just says deli.
This is a great place to practice speaking because you have to ask for what you want.
Exactly. You have to step up and say, "Hi, could I get half a pound of sliced turkey breast, please?" Or, "I'll have a small tub of those olives, thanks."
Okay, we are almost done. We have dinner items. But I just remembered I am completely out of toothpaste and shampoo.
Ah, the non-food items. You won't find those next to the cereal. You need to head to the toiletries aisle.
Sometimes it's called personal care or health and beauty. That's where you get soap, deodorant, toothpaste, all that stuff.
Okay, Daniel, we have a map now. Start in produce, swing by the bakery and deli, head down the aisles for the jars and cans, grab the cold stuff in dairy and frozen last so it doesn't melt, and grab your toothpaste on the way to the checkout.
It sounds so organized. I feel calmer already.
But there is still one major problem.
What?
You know where the yogurt is. It's in the dairy aisle. But there are about 50 different types of yogurt. If I just write yogurt on the list, you will buy the wrong one.
That is highly likely. I usually just grab the most colorful pot.
We need to get specific. Your shopping list needs adjectives. Okay, Daniel, you know where the dairy aisle is. You're standing in front of the yogurts.
It's a wall of yogurt. Strawberry, vanilla, chocolate chip, tubes for kids, giant tubs.
And last time, my list just said yogurt. And what did you come home with?
I think it was a bright neon green key lime pie flavored dessert yogurt full of sugar.
Exactly. And I needed plain, natural yogurt for cooking a curry. It was a disaster.
The lesson here is a generic list leads to disappointing dinners.
We need adjectives. We need to specify exactly what version of the item we want. Let's start with some basic dietary words.
Okay, back to our carton of milk. Milk isn't just milk.
No, if you want the creamy stuff, it's whole milk. If you want it healthier, you ask for low fat or maybe 2% milk.
And if you want the watery stuff with absolutely zero fat,
That is skim milk. So the list should say a carton of skim milk.
What about bread? White bread is delicious, but maybe not for every day.
If you want the darker, healthier kind with seeds in it, you need to specify whole grain or whole wheat bread, a loaf of whole wheat bread.
Okay, now what if we are cooking for friends who have special modern diets? These terms are everywhere on packaging now.
The big one is for people who can't eat wheat. You need to look for the label gluten-free.
Don't forget to grab a pack of gluten-free pasta for Dave.
And if you want food that was grown without certain pesticides or chemicals, usually it's a bit more expensive. You look for the word organic.
Shall we get the normal carrots or the organic carrots?
Okay, those are on the packages, but this next one saves lives in the produce section. Seriously.
Oh, I know where this is going. The avocado problem.
The avocado problem. If I want to make guacamole tonight for tacos, I cannot buy a rock-hard green avocado. It's useless.
So you need a word that means ready to eat immediately.
That word is ripe. R-I-P-E.
We need 3 ripe avocados for tonight. This also applies to bananas, tomatoes, peaches, any fruit that gets softer over time.
And what is the opposite? If you are shopping for the whole week and you don't want the bananas to go brown by tomorrow.
You want them firm. Get some firm bananas. They need to last until Friday.
This is a great thing to ask a staff member in the produce section if you aren't sure. You pick up a melon and ask, "Excuse me, do you know if these are ripe yet?"
Okay, ripe and firm. Crucial. Now, let's fix the yogurt incident. What should you have written on that list?
I wanted the thick style of yogurt. That's usually called Greek yogurt. And I didn't want any sugar or flavor. That is called plain or natural.
So, the list item is a large tub of plain Greek yogurt. See? No room for neon green mistakes.
Let's do a couple more quick ones where the state of the item matters. Coffee.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a coffee grinder at home?
No.
Then do not buy whole beans. You need to buy pre-crushed coffee, which is called ground coffee. A bag of ground coffee, please.
And finally, back to the bakery, you buy that lovely, fresh loaf of sourdough. Do you want to fight with it with a bread knife when you get home?
No, it makes a mess.
Then ask for it sliced. Could I have a sliced loaf of sourdough, please?
Okay, Sarah, I think we have achieved shopping list perfection. We have the container words, we know the sections, and we have the adjectives to get exactly what we want.
We are ready to hit the aisles. Now we just need the verbs to describe what we're actually doing when we're in there.
Okay, Sarah, we have the perfect, specific, organized list. Now let's talk about the action. Why are we even here in the first place?
Because the fridge is empty and I can't survive on just coffee.
Exactly. We need a phrasal verb for when you have used absolutely all of a particular item.
The verb is to run out of something.
Sarah, we need to go to the store today. We have run out of coffee.
That is an emergency situation. Or maybe you're baking. Oh no, I just used the last egg. I've run out.
Okay, so you run out of basics. What do you do when you get to the store and you see that your favorite pasta is half price?
You buy 10 packs, obviously. You buy a large quantity of basics to keep in the house.
The phrasal verb for that is to stock up on.
Hey, toilet paper is on a really good sale. We should stock up.
We are going camping this weekend, so we need to stock up on snacks and water.
Okay, so we are stocking up. You are in aisle 5. You grab that packet of spaghetti and throw it in the cart. What do you do to the piece of paper in your hand?
You mark it with your pen so you don't buy it again.
There are 2 common phrasal verbs for this. You can say you check it off the list.
Okay, got the bread, check that off.
Or, especially in British English, you can say you tick it off the list.
Did you tick off the apples? Yep, done. What's next?
There is nothing more satisfying than a fully checked off shopping list.
It is a thing of beauty. Okay, the cart is full. The list is done. Where do we head now?
To the most painful part of the trip, paying. You head to the checkout.
And these days, Sarah, you face a difficult choice at the end of the store.
You do. Do you go to a real human being? That person sitting behind the till is called a cashier.
Look, that cashier has a short line. Let's go there.
Or do you choose option B, the machines where you do it yourself?
The dreaded self-checkout, where you scan your own items and listen to that robotic voice shout at you.
Unexpected item in bagging area. I hate that voice.
Me too. I always end up needing help anyway. The lines for the cashiers are too long. Let's brave the self-checkout.
No way. I'd rather wait for a human cashier than argue with a robot about a banana.
Okay, Sarah, we have done it. We realized we ran out. We wrote a specific list with containers and adjectives. We navigated the sections, we checked everything off, and we survived the self-checkout.
I think we have successfully mastered the English supermarket trip. We've covered a huge amount of vocabulary today.
It feels like a lot. Let's do a lightning-fast summary before we let these guys go.
Phew. Okay, Daniel, that was a lot of vocabulary. It turns out shopping is complicated business.
It really is. But if our listeners only remember 3 things from today's episode to make their lists better, what should they be?
Golden rule number 1. Don't count the uncountable stuff, count the container. It's not 2 milks, it's 2 cartons of milk.
Golden rule number 2, save your energy and organize your list by store section. Group all the produce together and all the dairy together so you aren't running back and forth.
And golden rule number 3, be specific. Don't just write bread, write whole wheat sliced bread so you get exactly what you want.
Now, we have talked enough today. It's time to hear from you guys in our Question of the Day challenge.
We want to know about your real-life shopping habits down in the comments section.
We all make mistakes, so tell us, what is the one item that you always forget to buy, even if it is written clearly on your list?
Ooh, good question. What's yours, Daniel?
For me, it is always batteries. I write AA batteries on the list, and I walk right past that aisle every single time. I don't know why.
Classic. Tell us your forgotten items in the comments below.
And finally, guys, if this episode helped you feel a little more confident about navigating an English supermarket, please take 1 second to hit that like button and subscribe to the English Conversation podcast.
It really helps us keep making these free lessons for you. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe for next week's lesson. Happy shopping!
See you next time.